Hello world, Wendy from Cali, back with another mixed mani chat on my lunch break, of course, because that is the only time that there is time to do nails. What's great about Color Street is you can do a mani in no amount of time. Like, I was watching, actually, shout out to Lisa Bryan. I was watching her videos. It literally took her like less than half an hour to do a mani. I don't know how you do it. You do it so flawlessly. I take forever, and it's probably because I talk too much. So let's just get started. I have a special mani I wanted to do today because I am actually going to be celebrating my birthday. And you know what? It's really hot. Hot and humid in California right now, even though it's very gloomy outside. But my birthday is this weekend, and so is the Kentucky Derby. So in honor of that, I'm using Giddy Up from one of the Color Play sub boxes. I'm using Birthday Wishes. Shout out to Shannon Paetzel for sending me this. Get to use it for a good cause, my birthday. And I'm doing a mani bingo. Dip into those partials. I know you didn't use them all. Definitely not Stacy Adams. I have so many partials. So this is Glazed Over, which I love Glazed Over so much. I thought I had another full set of it, but I didn't. So dip into those partials. Raise the Roof is another old retired set that was really fun with the bar glitter. So doing something festive for my birthday. So yeah, shout out to those that had purchased from my early birthday beauty social. And I had a list. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but definitely Lisa Bryan ×3. Thank you so much. Thank you. Carrie Pines, Stacy Adams, Lucy Rodriguez. I know there were more, and I just want to say a big thank you. I finally closed out my beauty social, and I am waiting for my host order, which included mostly makeup. I know that is not the popular thing, but for me, I was like, if I'm getting half off on stuff, I'm going to go for like the biggest bang for my buck and get half off of the makeup remover, which I really love, the makeup remover balm. And I also got the little foot scrubby thingy, which I've been kind of eyeing for a while, and I'm like, do I buy it? Do I not? And then I've got a new eyeshadow palette set, actually 2 new eyeshadow palette sets, because one of them I purchased, the other one was an April host reward if I reached 300 or more in sales in my beauty social. And thanks to y'all who purchased from that, I totally went above and beyond that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I can't wait till that order comes in so I could try out all of the eyeshadows and give you guys my personal feedback from a makeup lover. I love doing makeup. I don't get to do it as much now as I did during the pandemic, when there was so much more time and a lot less audience to see the makeup done. So then I could be wild and crazy and, go really creative with the eyeshadow looks and all of that. And so anyways, like I said, I talk too much. Let's get these strips out here and hope that they have not gotten compromised to the point where they can't be used anymore. Those look super sticky right now, like they're all stuck together. And then of course I have my nail sticks, which Tara Stoddard was the one I saw do this, which I love. Basically keeping like a memory of any sets that you've like opened and used with Color Street, and I thought that was really cool. I have like 4 like tin cans full of these like nail sticks. Like these are my solids, for example. Like I've used so many sets from Color Street, and not just so many sets, so many different unique sets. Since I started using Color Street back in 2021, thanks to my cousin Jennifer, who introduced me to Camille, who was a Color Street stylist. I don't know if she still is. And yeah, like, I've just done so many manis. I absolutely love Color Street, again, because of the no dry time. But I do also love conventional nail polish, so right now my most favorite is ILNP. I love nail polish. My problem child finger is still growing back. It is so sad to look at, but you know, we're just gonna glaze over it. Glazed over, haha. I'm so punny. Anyways, but yeah, let's get what birthday set. Definitely want the happy birthday. And I'm not going to make it match on both hands because it's just impossible to do that with the amount of sets that I have, or the amount of, you know, these accent packs. I only have the one that Shannon sent to me, so won't be able to, you know, do matchy on both because my nails are too long to do that. So it's all good. We are going to do this. So let me just really quick. I think I want it on this finger because my predominant hand is my left hand. So I want to highlight happy birthday on my dominant hand. Although now that I think about it, I probably should have done it on my nail-free hand. Usually my right hand is my nail-free hand because I am able to place these strips on a lot better on my right hand with my left hand, but we've already done it. We've already laid it down, so we're just gonna go with it. I wanted to keep the happy birthday part of the birthday wishes because I thought that that is the most representative of the set, the little accent pack. Happy birthday. But yes, we are going to spread the others around as well as the horsies, hoping that Panda Bear, he's going out with his buddies for the Kentucky Derby, and I get to hang out with my gal pals for my birthday. So it should be a lot of fun this Saturday, but I wanted to get my nails done for the occasion. What has happened since the last time I did my nails? Well, I'll tell you, I didn't even need a transition mani because the last set, if you watched the video from, you know, the last video and not this video, you would know what mixed mani I'm talking about. I did not want to take it off. It was so beautiful, the combination. It was meant to be representative of pink and green, and it was so freaking beautiful, and it wore pretty well. Like, the only reason why I'm replacing it is because my birthday's coming up, and also there was starting to have some, you know, it was growing out, so like the edges right here by the cuticle line was all growing back, like, you know, exposing the naked nail. And so it was like, all right, it's time. It is time to make a change. So that's what I did. But yes, anyways, you know what I'm thinking is that these birthday cakes might look really cool. Let's see if I can pull out 2 birthday cakes. One on my problem child finger. Let's see, does it go? It's right there. It's right there. That's gonna work. That is gonna work. And then my other pointer finger is also very short, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to make this work. All right. So at least the pointer finger will be matching on both hands with the birthday cake. There we go. I did it! Yes! Obviously, it's gonna need a little bit of cleanup work there, But that will be an off-camera thing because time is of the essence. Gotta make sure that I do this during my lunch break and finish with enough time to go potty and then clock back into work. So, but yeah. What has happened since the last Manny? So, what has happened? When did I do the last Manny? Does anyone recall? I think the weekend happened. So, what happened over the weekend? On Saturday, we babysat the kiddos, and Mama Carla and Edgar went out to see, I guess they re-released Star Wars in the theater, like the local theater. And so they went to go watch that on the big screen together and have dinner. So they went out on a date, which they so deserve. I mean, being single parents co-parenting their children together cannot be easy. But, you know, it takes a village, and certainly have a village with Panda Bear, myself, the Rents, Mama Carla, Edgar. All of us are helping raise those children, provide them structure, security, and most of all, family food fun. My favorite 3 F's. Gotta have that almost on the daily basis. Otherwise, life's not worth living. And especially food. I mean, if you don't have food, my goodness. But speaking of food, so we had the most amazing, how do you say it in Chinese? Sunjing bao? No. They're like these pan-fried pork buns that are like soup buns, I guess you could say. When you bite into them, they're super juicy, and like the juices are like soup that you can slurp up from the buns. If you've ever had xiaolong baos, those are kind of similar, but those are more like steamed, where these are pan fried and like almost like a real bun, like bready kind of bun. And I had picked a restaurant because Panda Bear was like, you can pick a restaurant. You know what I realized? That's upside down. Oh well, whatevs. It is what it is. I don't care. It's still pretty. I picked a restaurant for us to go to, and it was pretty awesome. We had the most amazing food, northern China type food, and yeah, like, can't wait to go back again one of these days. Alright, I gotta pay attention right here because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just laying them down and talking and not really paying attention. And that is not good. That is a recipe for disaster. Okay, I think I want my birds, my middle fingers, to be the horsies. So with that said, we will go ahead and put the balloon here, because I don't think I could repeat the balloon anywhere. And in fact, probably use this side because it looks bigger. And then we'll have the horsies in the middle, and then we'll use the polka dots on the pinkies, because why not? But so Sunday was when we had the Rents, Panda Bear, and I went to go eat at this restaurant in San Gabriel that had those delicious pan-fried pork buns. And I baked a whole bunch of cookies for work because I wanted to honor one of my coworkers, well, 2 of my coworkers, for their birthdays coming up. One of them has a birthday today, And another one has the same birthday as I do, only she's a year younger. And so I wanted to bake cookies in honor of that. And we also had another employee whose last day was yesterday, so wanted to make sure I had cookies to bring for the occasion. And then we had Employee Appreciation Day yesterday too, with a masseuse that was in the office from like noon to like 4:30 or something like that. And I was like I was the first person to have my session, and I had her focus on my hands, because my hands, with all the typing that I do at work and me doing my nails and holding my hands in a weird position like this, sometimes I'll get trigger fingers and my fingers would lock and they're all like super stressed out, and I'd have to like massage it to like get it to like loosen up and stuff like that. And so I had her focus on my hands, and oh, it was so needed. It was so good. I was just so happy. So, and then to top it all off, we had our Q1 managers dinner, and the food was excellent. The vibes of our dream team were excellent. It was all excellent. And I'm saying it like that on purpose because it's punny like that, with egg, because, you know, Easter just recently passed, and these polka dots remind me of colored eggs, so that is why I'm saying it like that. But welcome home, Panda Bear.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing, just recording a nail video. But yeah, Panda Bear just returned. So the bad news is my pop's cancer. So currently not dealing with cancer in the prostate. It's now cancer in the bones, which he's dealing with radiation. So hoping that it all works out and helps. I mean, for someone who's dealing with bone cancer, he is in high spirits. And yeah, it's a little rough. Oh, and I don't ever edit these videos. I do them live when I'm recording. So that means sometimes, you know, people come in like Panda Bear did. The phone will ring because of telemarketers. You know, stuff happens. It's life. We just kind of roll with it. But I try to use background music that is like the same background music from the Relaxed Movement. It's a channel on YouTube that supposedly has like all music, like lo-fi music that's not copyright. Like, so I don't want to get like a copyright strike or anything like that. YouTube, they're always watching, they're always listening. So can't be playing anything that, you know, any of the popular music, because that will infringe on the copyright. So for the artists and whatnot. So that's kind of a bummer, because it's like, you know, for a small channel like mine where it's like only a handful of people watching, sometimes I wish I could be like listening to an audiobook or like listening to my favorite songs. Most of my favorite songs are from the 90s, because this Zillennial, Gen X / Millennial, loves her music from the 90s and early 2000s, and I'm sticking with it. I saw a funny video on IG yesterday where they were talking about the different generations and how when May is approaching, everyone kind of is thinking of different things about the month of May, and millennials are dancing to NSYNC's "It's Gonna Be May." Even though it's supposed to be me, M-E, the way that the I guess the writer of this, or the songwriter who wrote that song or whatever, is foreign, and that's how they say me, is May. So it sounds like, May, M-A-Y, the month of May. So every time, May 1st rolls around, that song with a meme of Justin Timberlake is always like on my mind, even though, yeah. The other thing about May is the Sunday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars is a huge thing of Gen X, and so love both. Although Star Wars not as much as I do 90s music, but still enjoyable. Love like Yoda and R2-D2 and C-3PO. You probably can tell I don't really know that much about Star Wars. Anyways, but now I want to lay down. Let's see here. We'll use this one for middle finger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down Glazed Over, but I'm also going to lay down Raise the Roof, and then I'm going to lay down a Horsey. But I'm not going to do that for both of the fingers. I'm only going to do one Raise the Roof on one hand, and then the other I'm not going to do that way because I want it to be different. So the only thing the same right now is the birthday cake, but it's upside down, so it's not really that different. This is still my Nelfie finger, even though I've got my problem child finger. My Nelfie hand, I should say, not Nelfie finger. Did I say Nelfie finger? I don't know. But that ringing phone is driving me nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. And what's weird is that it keeps ringing and nobody's leaving a message. So it's like, who's trying to call in? Like, which of you watching still has like a landline? Because we do. And most of the time, it's just telemarketers or scammers trying to get my pops to hand over all of his identification information. And sometimes he literally will be in the middle of doing that when either my mom or Panda Bear would catch him and hang up. It's really frustrating. I don't know if you guys have parents like that or grandparents like that you have to watch out for, but man, oh man, scammers, man. Oh, good thing I dropped that right side up, because that would not have been fun trying to peel that off of the other strips. All right, so there we go. It's a little off-centered, but I'm hoping that the overlays will kind of distract from that. Sometimes when I'm too busy talking, I don't really have the precision. It's like walking and chewing gum and trying not to trip over your own shoelaces. And why are my shoelaces untied? I don't know, but that happens often. Oh, what was I going to... Oh, I was going to talk about, so on my library app, I found the R.L. Stine Fear Street book that I absolutely loved. I was obsessed with it when I was in junior high. Was it junior high or high school? I think it was high school, actually. But, back when I was in high school, R.L. Stine, Fear Street, Goosebumps, all of those books were like super popular, and I would get all of them from the library and read them super quick. And one in particular, I couldn't remember the name of the book until I stumbled upon it on my library app. It's called Double Date, and it's about these twin sisters and this guy who is a huge player at school, in their high school, and he was like, pretty much he dated like the whole entire cheerleading squad or whatevs. And then he really wanted to date these two twins, like at the same time, which is like, what? But yeah, he wanted to date these twins. And so he ended up dating these twins, and couldn't tell the difference between the two sometimes. But anyways, one of them supposedly had a butterfly tattoo. A tiny blue butterfly tattoo. And that's how you could tell the difference between the twins, supposedly. But yeah, I don't want to ruin the book in case you want to read it or listen to the audiobook, but it's called Double Date. And it was still as good in a bad way as I remembered it when I was growing up. So just saying, worth looking up if you are interested. What did I do? I swear, I thought I used this. I must have had like more than one Raise the Roof. I must have more than one Raise the Roof set that I used, because I have more than one of these thin strips here. I know I said I wasn't gonna make it match on both sides, but here we are, and here I am doing that, and I'm okay with it because it looks so festive. And having double layers really helps the mani last, because I'm so rough with my hands, so I ain't mad at it. Okay, but what I was aiming to do was raise the roof underneath here so I can have the horsey. But now I'm like, do I raise the roof underneath this one for the horsey, or do I put it under this one for the horsey? And I feel like I want over on this side, so I'm going to put it on this side. No, I'm going to do both, because why not? Did I put it too far off to that edge? No, we're good. It fits. Okay. But we're going to have Raise the Roof and then the horsies. So let me just do that really quick here. What are we talking about? I hate when that happens. I'm like literally like blanking out sometimes because I've got too much going on. I've got time ticking down. I've got trying to remember which strip to put on next for which finger, and I've got a client call I gotta take when I clock back in, so I gotta prep for it. So it's one of those days. But yes, I am just so glad it's Friday Junior. That's what one of my coworkers calls Thursday. It's Friday Junior. Panda Bear took me back to Planet Fitness this past Sunday for the first time in a very long time. And I'm still sore from our workout, but you know what? We're going again tonight after work. So, gotta push through. But first, coffee. Actually, not today though, because I am trying not to drink too much. So what I do is I'll drink coffee at the office, but at home it's like every other time I will drink coffee, because I'm trying to get more intake of water, because I am so bad at that. But the weather's gotten hotter, and that means that it's much easier for me to drink my water. So, but in order to do that, I need to not drink other liquids. So then I'm forced to drink water. But look at that horsey. Oh, I love horses. They're so majestic, and then they're like humongous. They're like beasts. So I am a little bit afraid of horses up close, but I do admire watching them gallop and prance around. So yeah, happy to do a mani that includes this overlay for the Kentucky Derby, and hope that Panda Bear wins all of his bets tomorrow, hoping that the horsey will provide luck. So we shall see. In Chinese zodiac, my paternal grandmother was a horse. It's one of the things that I remember. She's been gone since 2001, though. She's been gone a long time. But yeah. Ooh, look at that. The horsies are facing different directions. Yay. Okay. We are going to keep one, but we are going to use another one to make a nail stick. Beautiful horsey. That will be kept forever. Maybe not forever, but at least until I'm around. Keep these nail sticks. Alright, thumbs. Let's get these thumbs laid down, and we're donezo. So, really quick here. This one's just one layer, but that's okay. One layer of glazed over, because I don't have anything else that I could use for the thumb. Nothing that I pulled out, at least. I guess I could pull something else out, but I think I'm just gonna leave it with the one layer. Thumbs are the worst though for me. Especially with these like solid shimmer sets, trying to get them laid down correctly is so frustrating. I kind of wish I did have a raise the roof strip that I could use over it, but I don't want to use a strip that is not the right size, because then it's very apparent. So we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. But what we will do, maybe, is use some of Stacy's sparkle sauce as a topper once this is cured. So I guess you'll have to join my Facebook group if you're not already part of it. Link below to see what the end result is as far as what I do with my thumbs. But yes, time is running out, and I need to finish this, and I'm almost finished because it's the thumb. One last thumb. If you watched all the way through to this birthday inspired mani video, mani chat, and you want to leave a comment but you don't know what you want to leave, you could totally leave the following emojis: birthday balloon, horsey, birthday balloon, and horsey. That will show me that you watched the whole video, and thank you so much if you did. Hopefully it was entertaining for you, watching me do my nails and listening to me jibber jabber about my life. I love being able to watch back my vlogs. I call these videos vlogs. I don't ever edit them. They're recorded just as they are and posted just as they are. But it shows me what Manny did I do when stuff was happening in my life. And so, yeah. And this color also reminds me of my dearly departed Buddha, because I'll show you him. My Buddha bear. Lost him on Christmas Day, but he stays right here in my home office, just like he used to do when he was alive, while I worked. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.